Le 30 juillet, il devait madame 20 millions. Quand ma boutique a brûlé, le lendemain, madame m'a appelé, c'est la femme de la présidente, c'est la femme du président des Chinois. Le lendemain du jour que ma boutique brûle, madame m'appelle. Elle me donne encore le crédit de 24 millions. Moi, je suis un entrepreneur du terrain. Et il n'y a pas pour me montrer à ceux qui croient au travail, aux jeunes entrepreneurs. Good afternoon, guys. Afcon 2025. This is the last day. Morocco versus Senegal. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a good game. So I'm here to discuss the lineups. The lineups are out. Predictions. And then we're going to talk about maybe some of the tactical approaches that these teams would actually use. Before we start, I'm just going ahead to share, comment, and also put your predictions. Who wins? Who wins this game? You can either give the margin by which a team will win. So you can say by 1, by 2 in favor of Senegal, Morocco. And let me just share. Just bear with me one moment. And please just share as soon as you log in. Comment so I can recognize you or acknowledge you, where you're watching from. And the lineups, as I said, is actually out. And we are going to go by and just look at the lineup. Both teams actually play in the same type of formation, which is a 4-3-3. And that's the same formation that these teams are using tonight. And for those who did not know, Koulibaly, the central defender for Senegal, is actually suspended. He received a yellow card, and then I think he got injured also, and then was replaced by a 20-year-old that was Sarr, the 20-year-old Sarr, who actually plays for Lyon, for the under-19 team for Lyon. He actually plays in the under-19, Lyon under-19 team. Well, he's played some senior games as well, but that's who actually replaced him, and he will be starting alongside Niakite today. And then to the left, we have Malik Diouf, who will have his hands full against Brahim Diaz, player of the tournament so far, and Hakimi, who actually played for for Morocco on that right-hand side. To complete that back four of Senegal will be Antoine Mendy and their goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. Keep in mind, Edouard Mendy is very experienced, won the Champions League and also won the Afcon with Senegal. Then we have Lamine Camara to the right of the main man tonight. Pay attention on Ghana Gay tonight. I think that will be the main man for Senegal tonight in that holding midfield position. And the reason I say that is because Morocco will look to disrupt Gay, will look to cut off the passing lanes and make sure that the front line of Senegal does not receive service. And we have seen Morocco successfully do that against Cameroon with Balba and against Nigeria when they actually defended against Iwobi. Then we have Pape Gueye, the man from Villarreal, who will also play to the left. Front three, Ndiaye to the right, very, very influential in this Senegalese team. Keep in mind, in my previous analysis, I've said that for Senegal to win this game, they have to go wide, stretch wide. So Ndiaye actually plays to the right of that Senegalese attacking line. And then to the left, you have Mané. those will be key, because that's where I think they can exploit that back line of Morocco that has just conceded 1 goal the whole tournament. And of course, the man of Bayern Munich, Nicolas Jackson, will look to stretch that back line as he did against Egypt in his contribution to the 1-goal win of Senegal against Egypt. For Morocco, they also line up with a 4-3-3. At the back, Hakimi, current African Player of the Year. Next to him, Naif Aguay. Then you have Adam Massina, who plays to his left. And then the Manchester United man, Mazraoui. In the midfield, El Kanous to the right of Neil. And then you have Ismaïla Sarr. This midfield is one of the best in this tournament. And I bet you this midfield, as far as the way they play together, is better than the Senegalese midfield. However, if you look at individual in that Senegalese midfield, you will also say those players are really, really talented and one of the best in Africa. But I think as a unit, that Moroccan midfield has proven to be very, very competitive, if not the best. Up front, Diaz, who had his worst game in this African Cup of Nations against Nigeria, 20 losses of the ball. So you understand what Morocco wants to do. Morocco goes through that right-hand side. He's a playmaker. El Khabib, he will be remembered for his bicycle kicks, 2 goals scored, bicycle kick in the African Cup of Nations. The poster boy of Chan, 12 games, 12 goals in Chan. And then El Zazuli actually plays to the left. So that's how both teams actually line up. Now, what will they do tactically? Tactically, I think Senegal, Idriss Gueye, will be very, very important in distributing, trying to link defense with attack, going through the middle. I think Senegal will not look to go through the middle a lot. They will have to mix things up and going through the wings, and they have the players that can commit to playing on the wings, because at club level, we have seen them play at the wings like natural wingers. Those will commit, and a guy like Mané that can also play behind the striker, behind Nicolas Jackson. And one thing that Senegal does very well that the other teams like Cameroon, Nigeria could not do, that I've not seen a lot of teams do, is shoot from afar. Yes, shooting from afar. We saw the goal against Egypt. It came through a deflected ball, a blocked ball, and it fell kindly to Mané, who finished. So they can shoot from afar, that edge of the box. But that's where Morocco is very strong, on that edge of the box. They protect Neil, I forgot, I'm talking about El Kanous, Neil. Those guys look to protect, that central part, because that's where most of the goals come when you think about football. So they are very good to protect that sector and make sure that their defense has that first line of defense. So I think Morocco will look to play as they played against Nigeria, in a mid-block, denying passing lanes. However, they look to control moments. I think the greater possession in this game will be in favor of Senegal. Morocco does not care much about maintaining possession at all costs. Although they are a possession-based team, they look at controlling moments of the game, and that could be crucial. Corner kick, free kicks could be crucial in this game, because both teams have some dead ball specialists, Hakimi and Mané. Those are dead ball specialists on both teams. Goalkeeping could also be key in this game. Expect maybe the beginning of the game to be a little bit nervous. We have had lots of talk about refereeing. Again, keep in mind 50-50 chances. I expect them to go to Morocco. However, I think Senegal has enough talent to make, this game very, very competitive and to influence decisions of the ref. Because sometimes you have to make a case so that the ref actually respects you. And I think Senegal has what it takes to make a case, to earn some respect. The trophy is there. We are 9 minutes out. And I think Senegal is going to win this game by 1. What are your predictions? What are your predictions? Who do you think is going to win it all? For me, it's Senegal by 1. What are your predictions? Comment. I want to know your predictions so that we can refer to it, after the game. Let me know your predictions. Who do you think will win this game? Let me write mine down and just make sure that nobody misses it. Senegal by 1 for me. So I'll just put Senegal beats Morocco 2-1, just for the fun of it. Because let's say an early goal, then the games open up. My prediction. Hey, Sone, Mr. Sone, what's your prediction? I want to know your prediction, bro. What's your prediction? For me, Senegal beats Morocco 2-1. I want to know your prediction. Yep. Okay, let me go get something to drink before the game actually starts. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Hope you guys are staying warm, especially those here in America. And if you're out there watching the game, just be safe. Be mindful that football is a very, very passionate sport, and people can take things sometimes over the board. So be safe out there. I'm talking to my mind, Don Plexo. I know you're out there having fun in Morocco. So be safe, bro. One love.